Welcome to my channel, Lobby 22. Hold on because it's going to be something incredible. It was 8:45 a.m. when Greg Mitchell's world began to crack. A sharp, burning pain doubled him over at his Seattle accounting firm, but the real blow was yet to come, a secret that would unravel his 15-year marriage. By noon, he'd discover his wife, Amanda, was hiding a $1 million fortune and a web of lies that threatened to destroy their family. Greg, 40, kissed Amanda goodbye that Monday morning, her real estate agent smile as flawless as ever. "Have a great day, babe," she said, her voice smooth but distant, a tone he'd grown to question. He didn't know it yet, but her words masked a betrayal that would shatter their life. As he drove to work, his mind buzzed with deadlines. Tax season was brutal, and reports were due by week's end. His daughters, Lily, 15, and Mia, 13, were at school, their hugs the anchor of his day. At Cascade Accounting, Greg barely settled into his cubicle when the pain hit, a fire in his gut. His coworker, Tom, noticed his grimace. "You okay, Greg?" Tom asked, leaning over. Greg clutched his side, wincing. "Feels like I'm being stabbed." Tom, his supervisor, didn't hesitate. "Go to urgent care. I'll handle your clients." Grateful, Greg grabbed his laptop bag and told the receptionist, "I'll be back tomorrow, maybe longer." The urgent care clinic, a short drive away, was cold and clinical. After a quick swab, Greg waited, his thoughts spiraling. A gym towel? A bad meal? The nurse, stern-faced, called Greg Mitchell. Her clipped tone unsettled him as she led him to an exam room, checking his vitals with robotic efficiency. "Doctor's coming," she said, leaving him with his unease. Dr. Patel, a no-nonsense physician with graying hair, entered with a tablet. "Mr. Mitchell, your tests show chlamydia and STI," he said bluntly. Greg's stomach dropped. "Chlamydia," he echoed, voice hollow. "That's impossible. I've only been with my wife." Dr. Patel's eyes softened but held firm. "It's transmitted through sexual contact. Your wife needs testing. Untreated, it can cause complications." Greg nodded, his mind reeling. Amanda, his only partner, had done this? The betrayal cut deeper than the pain. Driving home, Greg gripped the wheel, torn between rage and disbelief. He called Tom, his voice shaky. "It's an infection. I need a few days." Tom's reply was immediate. "Take what you need, Greg. I've got you." Hanging up, Greg dialed his parents, Ellen and Robert, who raised him with unwavering values. No sex before marriage, no deceit. Robert answered warmly. "Hey, Greg, at the office?" "No, Dad," Greg said, throat tight. "I'm in trouble. Can I come over?" "The girls are fine." Robert's tone shifted. "Come now. We'll talk over coffee." Greg hung up, Amanda's late nights flashing in his mind, her client meetings, her polished charm. Were they all lies? At his parents' cozy Bellevue home, Ellen greeted him with a hug, her floral apron familiar. Robert poured coffee, adding hazelnut creamer, a family staple. "Let's pray first," Robert said, and after a quiet prayer, Greg spilled it all, the pain, the diagnosis, the doctor's words. Ellen gasped, hand to her mouth. "Oh, Greg, no." Robert stayed calm. "You're sure it's from Amanda?" "She's my only," Greg said, voice breaking. "I waited for marriage like you taught me." Robert nodded. "I believe you. What's your plan?" Ellen's eyes teared up. "You can't stay with her, Greg. The girls are old enough to understand." Greg's jaw tightened. "I can't trust her. I need a lawyer." Robert pulled out his phone, scrolling contacts from their community center. "Rachel Cohen, family law. She's sharp and fair." He dialed, arranging a meeting for 1 p.m. "Bring your financials," Robert advised. "Tax returns, bank statements." Greg nodded. "I'll grab them from home. And I need to tell Amanda to get tested. For her health." Ellen frowned. "Let the girls stay with us tonight. Things might get messy." Robert agreed. "We'll pick them up from school." Greg hugged them, gratitude battling his anger. "Thanks, Mom, Dad. I want to confront her, but I'll wait." Robert gripped his shoulder. Proverbs 20 verse 22, "Greg, do not say, 'I'll pay you back for this wrong.' Wait for the Lord." Greg nodded, the verse grounding him. Back home, Greg rifled through their files, grabbing tax returns. Amanda had insisted on separate filings for years, claiming tax benefits. Now it felt suspicious. Digging deeper, he found a bank statement in her name, $1,004,672. His breath caught. Where did this come from? Was she planning to leave? He stuffed the papers into a folder, heart pounding. His phone buzzed, a text from Amanda. "Late client meeting, Han. Don't wait up. Hugs and kisses." Greg stared, fingers hovering. "Okay," he typed, skipping his usual "love you." Did she notice? He didn't care. He grabbed his folder and drove to Rachel Cohen's office, resolve hardening. Greg Mitchell's heart raced as he left Rachel Cohen's office, clutching a folder stuffed with tax returns and the damning bank statement showing Amanda's $1 million secret account. The Seattle rain drummed on his windshield, mirroring the storm in his mind. Amanda's betrayal, her affair, the SDI, the hidden fortune cut deeper with every clue. By evening, a private investigator's findings would confirm his worst fears, but a chilling revelation from his daughter Lily would push him closer to the edge. Rachel, a sharp attorney in her mid-40s, had been blunt. "This bank account is a red flag, Greg," she'd said, scanning the statement. "Adultery's bad enough, but this money? We need to know its source. I can hire a PI to dig into Amanda's life, her work, her meetings. It's not cheap, but it'll strengthen your case for divorce and custody." Greg didn't flinch. "Do it," he said, his voice steady despite the ache in his chest. "I need the truth for Lily and Mia." Rachel nodded, jotting notes. "Good. I'll get someone on it today. Anything else you've noticed? Odd behavior, phone calls?" Greg hesitated, then pulled out his phone, opening a tracking app he'd installed months ago when Amanda claimed she'd lost her phone. Her location blinked, a luxury condo on Seattle's waterfront, not her office. "She's there now," he said, showing Rachel. "Supposedly at a client meeting." Rachel's eyes narrowed. "Perfect. My PI, Jason, will start with this address. We'll track her movements, check her financials. Courts favor mothers for custody, so we need hard evidence. You want full custody of Lily and Mia, right?" "Absolutely," Greg said. "I'm their rock. Amanda's barely home, always working late." Rachel scribbled more notes. "That helps. Also, consider a paternity test for the girls. It's routine, but with her infidelity, the court might question it." Greg's jaw tightened, but he nodded. "They're mine, I know it. But I'll do it for the case." Rachel handed him a lab card. "Get it done fast. And don't confront Amanda yet, let Jason work. We'll build a fortress of a case." Driving to the lab, Greg called Amanda's sister, Lisa, needing answers. "Hey, Greg." Lisa answered, her cheer fading when she heard his tone. "What's wrong?" Greg exhaled. "Amanda's cheating. I found out through a health issue. And there's a secret account, $1 million. Lisa gasped. "Oh, Greg, I'm so sorry. Amanda was reckless in college, always juggling guys. I thought she settled down with you." The words stung, confirming a pattern. "Can she stay with you if we split?" Greg asked. Lisa sighed. "Maybe a week. My partner's not thrilled about long-term. But I'll help her move." "Thanks," Greg said, hanging up as he pulled into the lab. The paternity test was quick, cheek swabs for him, with samples from Lily and Mia to be collected later. He texted his parents, Ellen and Robert, updating them. "Got a lawyer. Found a secret account. Amanda's hiding more than I thought." Ellen replied, "We're praying, Greg. Bring the girls after school." He smiled faintly, their support a lifeline. At home, Greg paced, Amanda's text, late client meeting, Han, hugs and kisses, burning in his mind. He wanted to call her, demand answers, but Rachel's warning held him back. Instead, he brewed coffee, the familiar ritual calming his nerves. Lily and Mia burst through the door, backpacks thudding. "Dad, you're home early," Mia said, her eyes bright. Lily, sharper, studied him. "Something's up, isn't it? You look mad." Greg knelt, meeting their gazes. "Rough day, girls. Pack some clothes, you're staying with Grandma and Grandpa tonight." Lily's brow furrowed. "This is about Mom, right? I heard her on the phone last week, calling someone sweetheart, giggling like she does with clients. I didn't tell you because I wasn't sure." Her voice cracked and Greg's heart sank. He hugged her. "You did nothing wrong, Lily. Thanks for telling me." Mia frowned. "Is Mom in trouble?" Greg sighed. "Something like that. We'll figure it out." He pulled out the paternity test kit. "Quick swab for the lawyer, okay? Just routine." Lily's eyes narrowed. "You don't think we're not yours, do you?" Greg shook his head. "You're mine, no doubt. This is for court." They complied, swabbing their cheeks, their trust in him unwavering. Greg sealed the samples, hugging them tightly. "I'm fighting for you both. I love you." Mia nodded. "Love you too, Dad." Lily's voice was quiet. "Mom messed up, didn't she?" Greg nodded. "Yeah, she did. But we'll be okay." Dropping the girls at his parents' Bellevue home, Greg felt their warmth anchor him. Ellen hugged Lily and Mia, promising hot cocoa. Robert pulled Greg aside. "You're doing right, son. Stay focused." Greg handed over the girls' schedules. "I'll call tonight," he said, kissing Lily and Mia goodbye. Their worried glances lingered as he drove away. Back home, Greg's phone pinged an email from Rachel. "Jason's fast. Check this." Attached were photos. Amanda at the waterfront condo, arm in arm with her boss, Ryan Baxter, a slick real estate tycoon. Another showed them kissing in a parked car. An audio clip followed, Amanda's voice clear. Greg's got no clue, Ryan. He thinks I'm at a seminar. The account's at $1 million. When the girls are older, we're gone. Ryan laughed. You're a genius, Amanda. What's the plan? New life, new city, she said, voice smug. He'll never know. Greg's hands shook, betrayal searing through him. Amanda wasn't just cheating. She was plotting to abandon their family. The PI's notes flagged irregular deposits in her account, possibly tied to fake deals at her agency. Was she embezzling? Greg forwarded the email to Rachel. Freeze that account. Check her deals, he wrote. Rachel replied, done. Jason's digging into her agency. Stay calm, we've got her. Greg sank onto the couch, the audio replaying in his mind. Amanda's cold Greg's got no clue, cut like a knife. He wanted to confront her, but Rachel's advice echoed. Let the PI work. His phone buzzed. Another text from Amanda. Still with clients, babe. Home late. Love ya. Greg's jaw clenched. Sure, he replied, his fingers cold. He didn't care if she noticed the missing love you. The truth was closing in and he was ready to fight. Greg Mitchell sat in his darkened Seattle living room, the private investigator's photos and audio burning in his mind. Amanda's affair with her boss, Ryan, her $1 million secret account, her cold plan to abandon their family. The betrayal was raw, but as he prepared to file for divorce and custody of Lily and Mia, a late-night call would upend everything, forcing Greg to confront a choice between justice and mercy. It was Tuesday evening, and the house felt hollow without Lily, 15, and Mia, 13, who were safe with Greg's parents in Bellevue. Amanda's voice from the PI's audio, Greg's got no clue, looped in his head, each word a fresh wound. His attorney, Rachel Cohen, had texted, Jason's digging deeper into Amanda's agency. Irregular deposits suggest embezzlement. DA's office is interested. Meet tomorrow to draft divorce papers. Greg exhaled, envisioning full custody of his girls. But a flicker of fear lingered. What if Ryan, Amanda's lover, fought back? Greg brewed coffee, the ritual grounding him. When his phone rang, Lisa, Amanda's sister, her voice trembling. Greg, it's Amanda. She's in Harborview's ICU car crash. A drunk driver ran a red light. Greg's breath caught, anger colliding with shock. Is she alive? He asked. Barely, Lisa sobbed. She's in a coma on a ventilator. You need to come. Greg grabbed his jacket, his mind a storm. He despised Amanda, but this? He wasn't ready for her to die. At Harborview Medical Center, the ICU's sterile hum jarred him. Lisa, eyes red, hugged him tightly. She was leaving a showing, she whispered. Cops have the driver, he was texting. Greg nodded, his throat tight, and followed a nurse to Amanda's room. Tubes snaked from her pale body, monitors beeping steadily. Dr. Chun, a comm surgeon, approached. Mr. Mitchell, your wife's critical but stable. We're watching for brain swelling. Surgery's possible. Greg stared at Amanda, her face bruised but peaceful. The woman who'd shattered his trust looked fragile, almost unrecognizable. Will she wake up? Greg asked, his voice flat. Dr. Chun hesitated. We're cautiously optimistic, but it's early. She's lucky to be here. Greg nodded, torn between pity and rage. Thanks. Lisa touched his arm. What now, Greg? He shook his head. I don't know. The divorce papers in his car felt heavy, but serving them now seemed cruel. Yet her lies, Ryan, the money, the planned escape, demanded justice. In the waiting room, Greg called Rachel. Amanda's in a coma, he said quietly. Car crash. What does this mean for the case? Rachel paused. You can still file, but serving papers now might hurt your image in court. Wait a week, let her stabilize. The DA's moving on her account. Jason found fake client invoices. It's fraud. Maybe embezzlement. Greg's jaw tightened. So she's a criminal, too. Rachel's tone softened. Focus on Lily and Mia. We'll handle Amanda. Greg sank into a chair, his parents' words echoing, "Wait for the Lord." He wanted accountability, not vengeance. Amanda's betrayal had gutted their family, but seeing her broken stirred something. Pity, maybe mercy. He pulled out a notepad and wrote, "Amanda, I know about Ryan, the $1 million you're planned to leave. You broke us. I'm filing for divorce and custody. Get well, but we're done." He tucked it with copies of the PI's photos and sealed it in an envelope. Handing it to Lisa, he said, "Give her this if she wakes." Lisa nodded, tears falling. "I'm so sorry, Greg." Driving home, Greg felt a strange calm. The note wasn't revenge, it was truth. Amanda would face consequences, but he'd spared her a hospital confrontation. He called his parents, updating them. Robert's voice was firm. "You did right, son. Protect those girls." Ellen added, "Bring their favorite snacks tomorrow. They need you." Greg smiled faintly. "Thanks, Mom. I'll see you soon." At home, Greg checked his phone, a text from the lab, paternity results, "Lily and Mia are yours." Relief flooded him, though he'd never doubted it. Another text from Rachel, DA's freezing Amanda's account. "Agency's under investigation. Stay strong." Greg replied, "Thanks. Ready for court." He sat in the dark, coffee cold, replaying Amanda's audio. But now her crash changed everything. He prayed for strength for Lily and Mia. His phone buzzed again. "Lisa. Amanda's awake," she said, voice shaky. "She's weak, asking for you. She read your note." Greg's pulse quickened. The confrontation he delayed was here. What would Amanda say, faced with her lies? And how would Lily and Mia heal from this? One thing was certain, justice was coming, and Greg would fight for his girls, no matter the cost. Greg Mitchell stood outside Amanda's hospital room at Harborview Medical Center, his note exposing her affair and $1 million secret account now in her trembling hands. She was awake, her lies laid bare, her infidelity with Ryan, her embezzlement, her plan to abandon their family. The Seattle air felt thick with tension as Greg prepared to face her, determined to secure justice for Lily and Mia. But Amanda's tearful confession would test his resolve, and a surprising choice by his daughter would shift the path forward. It was Wednesday morning, the hospital's antiseptic scent sharp. Lisa, Amanda's sister, met Greg in the hall, her eyes weary. "She's read your note," Lisa whispered. "She's broken, Greg. Wants to see you." Greg nodded, his jaw tight. Lily, 15, and Mia, 13, were still with his parents, refusing to visit their mother. Lily's words stung. "She lied to us all, Dad." Their pain drove him to protect them no matter what. Inside, Amanda lay frail, her face pale, eyes red from crying. "Greg," she rasped, tears streaming. "I'm so sorry." He stood firm, arms crossed. "Sorry doesn't fix this, Amanda. You cheated with Ryan, hid $1 million, planned to leave us. I trusted you." Her sob broke the quiet. "I was lost, Greg. I felt trapped being a mom, a wife. Ryan made me feel free. The money started as savings then. I wanted out." Her voice cracked, but Greg's gaze didn't soften. "Out," he said, voice low but sharp. "You called me clueless, laughed about it with him. You faked client deals to steal that money. That's not feeling trapped, that's betrayal." Amanda flinched, wiping her eyes. "I know I was wrong. I hate myself. Please, don't take Lily and Mia." Greg shook his head. "You broke their trust, too. They don't want to see you. I'm filing for full custody." Lisa stepped in, her hand on Amanda's shoulder. "He's right, Amanda. You need to face this." Amanda nodded, defeated. "What's next?" Greg met her gaze, steady. "Divorce. I'm taking half the account for the girl's future. The DA's handling your fraud, your agency's done with you." Amanda closed her eyes, tears falling. "Can I ever see them again?" Greg's voice softened just a fraction. "That's their choice, not mine." He left the room, his chest lighter but still heavy with resolve. Rachel Cohen waited outside, her briefcase ready. "How was it?" she asked. "She admitted everything," Greg said. "Filed a divorce today." Rachel nodded. "The DA's charging her embezzlement, wire fraud. Her agency fired her for ethics violations. With her confession and the PI's evidence, custody's yours. The account's frozen, you'll get half for Lily and Mia." Greg exhaled, relief mixing with exhaustion. "Thank you, Rachel." At his parents' Bellevue home, Greg hugged Lily and Mia, their faces tense. "Mom's awake," he said gently. "She's sorry, but I'm filing for divorce. You'll stay with me." Lily's eyes teared up. "Good. She doesn't deserve us." Mia frowned. "Do we have to see her?" Greg knelt, holding their hands. "Only if you want to. I'll keep you safe. They nodded, clinging to him, their trust his strength. The divorce moved quickly. By Friday, Rachel filed, citing adultery and fraud. Amanda, still recovering, didn't fight back. The court granted Greg full custody with supervised visitation for Amanda if the girls agreed. The $1 million was split, $500,000 to Greg for the girls' college funds, the rest to Amanda, pending DA penalties. Her agency's investigation deepened, with jail time looming. Greg felt no satisfaction, only closure. Amanda's choices had cost her everything. He called Lisa, checking in. She's moving to my place next week, Lisa said. She's starting therapy, trying to change. She hopes the girls will forgive her. Greg sighed. I hope so, for their sake. Thanks for helping her. Hanging up, he felt a flicker of peace. Justice, not vengeance, had won. But a text from Lily stopped him cold. Dad, I texted Mom. I'm not ready to see her, but she sounded sorry. Greg's heart skipped. Lily's outreach, however small, was a crack in the wall of pain. That evening, Greg took Lily and Mia to their favorite pier, the Seattle skyline glowing. Their laughter eased his heart. Dad, you're the best, Mia said, hugging him. Lily smiled. Can we get ice cream? Greg laughed, nodding. Anything for you too. His phone buzzed, a text from Rachel, divorce filed. You're almost free. Greg exhaled, the weight of betrayal lifting. Amanda's fate was sealed, but a new question lingered. Would Lily's small step toward forgiveness change their future? Greg Mitchell had one justice. Amanda's lies, her affair with Ryan, her $1 million embezzlement cost her their marriage, her career, and her daughter's trust. With full custody of Lily and Mia, Greg rebuilt their Seattle life, his faith unwavering. A year later, on a sunny May morning in 2026, a new spark of hope bloomed, hinting at a future brighter than he'd dared imagine, while Amanda's path to redemption hung in the balance, tied to choices only Lily and Mia could make. Greg, now 41, stood in his cozy kitchen, flipping blueberry pancakes for Lily, 16, and Mia, 14. Their laughter filled the Seattle home, a stark contrast to last year's pain. Dad, don't burn them again. Mia teased, tossing a napkin at him. Lily grinned, pouring orange juice. He's hopeless without us. Greg chuckled, his heart full. The divorce was finalized, with $500,000 from Amanda's account secured for the girls' college funds. Amanda faced probation for fraud, her life unraveled, while Greg steadied. At their community center, Greg found peace in routine, Sunday gatherings, coffee with friends. His parents, Ellen and Robert, joined weekly, their pride evident. You're a rock, Greg, Robert said, clapping his shoulder. Ellen hugged the girls. You're growing too fast. Mia rolled her eyes, smiling. Lily whispered, Dad's been weirdly happy lately. Ellen winked. Maybe he's got a reason. That reason was Emily, a 37-year-old widowed librarian Greg met at a community book club. Her quiet wit and warm smile drew him in. Over coffee dates, they shared stories of single parenting. Her daughter, Ava, was 11. It's tough alone, Emily said one evening, stirring her latte. But you make it look natural. Greg shook his head. It's all for Lily and Mia. Emily's eyes softened. They're lucky to have you. A shy brush of her hand sparked something new, a warmth Greg hadn't felt since Amanda's betrayal. He confided in Rachel Cohen, his attorney-turned-friend. Emily's amazing, but I'm scared to mess this up, he admitted over lunch. Rachel smiled. You've earned this, Greg. Take it slow, but don't run from joy. Her words echoed his parents, and that night, Greg asked Emily to dinner, nerves jangling. I'd love that, she said, her smile bright. Lily and Mia, eavesdropping, cheered. Go, Dad. Lily called, high-fiving Mia. Their first date was simple, a waterfront bistro, waves glinting under moonlight. Emily shared her loss, her husband gone 6 years. I thought I'd never open up again, she admitted. Greg nodded. Amanda's lies broke my trust, but you feel right. Their hands touched, and Emily laughed, easing his tension. Let's do this again, she said. Greg grinned, hope taking root. Meanwhile, Amanda was rebuilding. Lisa updated Greg. She's in therapy, working a clerical job. She asks about the girls. Greg sighed. They're not ready. But Lily, curious, had been texting Amanda secretly for weeks. She seems different, Lily told Greg one night, hesitant. Still mad though. Greg hugged her. You decide what's next, Lily. No pressure. Mia, quieter, shook her head. I'm good with you, Dad. A month later, Lily met Amanda for coffee, supervised by Lisa. It was tense, Amanda apologetic, Lily guarded, but a step. She's trying, Lily reported, shrugging. Maybe one day. Greg nodded, proud of her courage. Mia stayed distant, and Greg respected her pace. Healing was theirs to navigate. By summer, Greg and Emily were steady, their kids blending like family. Ava and Mia bonded over art projects while Lily tutored Ava in math. At a community picnic, Emily laced her fingers with Greg's, Ava cheering them on. "You're happier, Dad?" Lily said later, smiling. "Emily's cool." Mia agreed. "Just don't ruin pancakes again, okay?" Greg called Lisa, checking on Amanda. "She's volunteering at a shelter," Lisa said. "Wants to see Mia someday." Greg softened. "Tell her to keep trying." The girls choose. Hanging up, he felt peace. Amanda's redemption was her journey. His was here, with Lily, Mia, and Emily. As Greg drove to Emily's for a barbecue, Lily and Mia waved from the porch, their trust his greatest victory. The road ahead shimmered with promise, a new love, a healed family, a life rebuilt on faith and justice. Amanda's shadow lingered, but Greg's future was his own, and he'd build it for his girls.